There's a lot of mobs involved here, and it can be a bit complicated to know who's doing what. When we're talking about DNSPs, these are the people who are responsible for the poles and wires. Here in South Australia, we only have the one, that's SA Power Networks. In New South Wales, where this is going on, they actually have a couple. So we're talking about Ausgrid, but they also have Essential Energy over there. And so it's important to note that depending on where you are, the rules are very different for a lot of the country. What we're talking about is the cost that the distributors are putting onto the retailers. Your retailers are your Origins, your AGLs, your Energy Australias, etc., etc. And those people are purchasing the power at the wholesale price of electricity. So if we work our way down from the top, the very top of the pile is going to be AEMO. So that's the Australian Energy Market Operator. They're the people doing quite a bit of regulation and interconnections between different states. Next step down from there is our DNSPs. So that's our distribution network service providers. Now in some states there's only one, like here in SA, just SA Power Networks. In some states there's quite a few, and those are the people who are operating the poles and wires, the maintenance, the sort of the hardware of this whole situation. The next step down from that is the retailer. So the retailers have an agreement with the DNSPs. That's like our service charges, our supply charges, and they are also purchasing the power at the spot price, the market price of electricity. And then finally, at the very bottom of the food chain is you, the customer. You're paying your retailer for your electricity. The retailer is paying the DNSP for the transport of electricity, and then they're paying for the actual power at the wholesale price. In this particular scenario, the charge that the DNSPs are putting to the retailer. Extra charges in at times where they want to discourage export, and some extra money in at times they want to encourage export. It's not actually modifying the grid and making it more ready for all of this extra power that we're going to have flowing around the place. There's different ways that you can solve this issue, and it is very complicated. It's not an easy job. What we're talking about is pretty early days. We don't actually know how this is going to play out and how it will reflect. And the more that they discourage you from selling your power to them, the less they can sell it to your neighbour. So it is a bit of a risk for them. That's why a lot of people are getting battery storage already, or looking at Amber as a retailer where they can actually just let you purchase in at the wholesale price. If you're needing to learn a bit more about flexible exports, we did do another video on this, which we'll have linked for you. And it's really important to note that we might be a little biased, but we really firmly believe that flexible exports is the smartest solution to this problem. Other grids are coming up with different ways to deal with it, but we really think that SA is paving the way.